more grand, more splendid than any other monument in Upper or Lower Egypt. Moses! Look, fate has turned our little misadventure into a great opportunity. I know Father will be so pleased with what you have.
Put your back into it! Faster!
And this is just the beginning. A gateway will open to an entire new city of white limestone, more dazzling than the sun. And here, a statue of Hapi, god of the
Hurry!
two great column halls.
Stop it!
No.
Somebody's got to stop this!
There's nothing that we can do.
Stop it! Stop! Stop it! Leave that man alone!
Moses!
Out of my way! Out of my way! Move! Who did this?
Up there! It's him! There!
Moses!
Moses, what's going on? Moses!
Okay folks, so having watched the video for me, I'd like you to write the title in your books, which is Can You Be a Good Leader and Make Mistakes? Then what I'd like you to do is answer in a sentence or two, would you trust him, the person we just saw in the video? Do you think he is good or bad? And could someone like him be a leader, do you think? And once you've taken a couple of minutes to do that, what I'd like you to notice is that the person is Moses. Can you write in the group chat for me everything you currently know about Moses? So please pause the video here and complete those tasks for me. Okay, so by the end of today's lesson, what I'd like you to be able to do is describe the mistakes that Moses made. I'd also like you to be able to explain why he became an important leader in Judaism. And if you're feeling like a superstar today, I'd love you to be able to evaluate his leadership and come to a conclusion about whether or not you think he was good. Okay folks, now that you've matched up the relevant picture with the relevant part of the story of the life of Moses, what I'd like you to do is draw a 6-piece table similar to the one that you can see on the screen here for me. If you like to turn your books to landscape to do that, then that's absolutely fine, but also feel free to do this on a Word document. And what I'd like you to do is to write a short explanation of that summary that you'd seen in the workbook in your own words to create a storyboard. Now make sure that you include the mistake that Moses made at each stage of the event. So take a couple of sentences for each box to make sure that you've given a good summary of what happened at that part of Moses' life. So pause the video there and complete that task for me. Okay folks, so I want you to take a minute to think of any good leaders who are in your opinion are good, who have done things that are as bad as some of the mistakes that Moses made. Now there's no right or wrong answer here, so it's up to you to decide what you think is an action that's as bad as the things that Moses did. A hint for you is to remember the 5 leaders that we looked at a couple of weeks ago together. So you can see examples here. We've got Winston Churchill, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and Malala Yousafzai. And what I'd like you to do is think of one, and even though they've done things that are at least as bad as Moses, or if not worse, do you still think they are a good or a bad leader? Can you explain why in a sentence underneath your storyboard for me, please? So pause the video there, folks, and complete that task for me. Okay, so for the final task today, what I'd like you to do is consider which of the events in Moses' life made him a good person, which events made him a bad person, and can you explain why for me? So, do you think that Moses was a good leader, even though he made some mistakes? If you could answer this question for me too, I'd like you to record your answers on Flipgrid, so take a video recording to answer these questions for me. And what I'd like you to do is, once you are able to see other people's responses, for any superstars out there, I'd like you to try and comment on someone else's response using text, so using writing, who stands out to you as being someone that you strongly agree with or strongly disagree with. So that's the final task for today, folks, so please pause the video there and upload your video recordings onto Flipgrid for me. The link you'll find in the assignment area for this lesson.